Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm so excited for the new release at Not Too Shabby Shop, and Meg Braider, sorry if I pronounce that wrong, Meg. She is the illustrator of these cute gnomes and dragons, and I just love it. And you get so many amazing sentiments, and you were made to soar. Brave looks good on you. Welcome, little one. Even Dragon's Rest. I love that one. Sending you strength. And then we have this paper pad by LV Handcrafted, and it's been in the shop, but it's just amazing with this new release. So I'm using it, called Easy Postage Magic and Fantasy, and it's a 6x9. And then I have the universal die that I had a while ago, and I love how it cuts all Meg's gnomes out. So if you had any of the previous stamp sets from at Not Too Shabby Shop, then and you have this die, then it will cut out these gnomes. So perfect, and I love that. So let's get started and pick out some papers. And I just love all these papers. Aren't they really pretty? I just love the scenery on these, and it's just so whimsical with all those mushrooms, and I love all these girls too on here from like it kind of just looks like, something that we all know, wizards and stuff. So, and I love that background, so I'm going to be using that one on another card. Well, actually you've probably seen it because this video is filmed after the hop, so we have a hop going on. So lots of inspiration for Meg's gnomes, and I just love this new release. It's so much fun, and I don't think I had any dragon stamps. I do have some dragon printables from Lynn, and I loved making cards for cubs using those. And so I'm super excited to have some dragon stamps. Perfect for kids, perfect for anyone, and I love gnomes as well. So let's get started, and I'm using some white cardstock. Actually, this is watercolor cardstock. And I'm using some VersaFine Onyx black ink, and I'm just going to ink my stamp up. And I think I'm a two stamper kind of person, because I feel like I always ink it up 2 times no matter what. So I think that's just gonna be me. And so I'm going to heat emboss it with some clear embossing powder and heat it with my heat tool. And I love to watercolor when I emboss the image. It just feels like it's easier, and that is my water cup there, and I'm using my Zig Cling Color Real Brush markers here, and I had so much fun watercoloring with these. I forget how much fun they are. I've been using colored pencils because I wanted a change in my mediums, and I love that as crafters we can just move from markers to watercolors to color pencils, whatever we feel like. Mixed media, maybe it's alcohol, more alcohol, what's it called? You know what I mean. So I just love how we can just do that. We can stencil or color, and I just love how as crafters that we can do all of that. So much fun using these Zig Cling Color Real Brush markers, and I've actually used them a lot lately. Well, maybe 3 projects, so that's kind of a lot. So at first I was looking at this image here, and I thought maybe his legs were sticking up, and then so I didn't color all of this the area up above as much until later, because I asked my daughter and she said that I need to color it all purple. So I love that I can ask my kids to look at the image with me, and they can just tell me what needs to be colored. So I am just finishing up. I used 2 different colored purples, and I thought it was funny because the first marker I looked at, it said it was purple, and I was like, okay, great. And then the other one, I think another one said it was, when I did look at it, I thought, what color is this? And it said like green. And I was like, oh, great. I'm glad they're easy names, not hard names. Like, I think this red is like red. So it wasn't like, I know some of them are like carmine red or something, but it was really easy. So I'm just coloring his hat red because I wanted it to match the mushrooms a little bit on the paper that I'm going to be using. And I love that if we go out of the lines, we can correct it really good with water, and it's super easy, easier than markers. And I'm going to give him some brown colored pants, or maybe they're beige or khaki. I'm not really sure, but that is what I'm going with. I'm just coloring him up. Simple and easy to match my papers. And I thought I would give him a green shirt because there's some green in the paper I'm using, and so I just thought that would be fun. And so I am going to just do the skin color on the gnome, and I'm using Flash, I believe. And I will try and leave the markers that I used down below for you, just in case you're interested. And so pretty easy. I love these images. They were super easy to color. Although I only colored 2 for my projects, I am tempted to color another one because I just love this stamp set so much. So I hope you grab it, and grab the paper also. It's amazing, and you get a lot of sheets. You get 24 sheets, and there's 8 designs. So, and it's 6x9. So, and it works perfect too with the Easy Wonder dies at the Not Too Shabby Shop by LV Handcrafted. And so great. So just finishing up my watercoloring, and I'm just going to color in his shoes and with some grays. And then I'm going to cut him out. So I'm going to use the die. I'm using some tape there to my left, and I'm just going to tape him so he doesn't move because I spent time watercoloring him or watercoloring this image, and I don't want it to mess up anyway. So although it wasn't hard, but I still, that's not fun redoing something. So I am just going to send it through my die cutting machine here. And then he will be ready to go. And you can always use the die and cut out more outlines and then just stack them up for dimension if you would like. And I thought this would be fun to put the gnome and dragon near the mushrooms here. And I'm going to ink blend with some Scorched Timber Distress Oxide ink. I did fussy cut some mushrooms from a leftover paper, and whoops, flipped out of my hand. So I'm just gonna ink blend it on my glass board here. And that I think is cute, more whimsical, something to pop up on my card. And I'm just going to ink blend this domed die cut here. And I love this Scorched Timber. I think it matches perfectly. And then I love this background here too, so pretty and so magical. I love this card, and I love the sentiments I choose too. So, and I have my card base there, and I'm just going to glue my card together. I'm going to end up popping up my dome with some foam tape. I'm going to clean my area, and so my sentiments are going to read, sending dragon hugs, even dragons rest. So I hope you listen to that, because even dragons rest. So listen to your body when you need to rest. So that's a good, I would send this to someone who is just needs that push to rest. Um, Although I always get told if I ever sleep. And yes, I do love my sleep. I may get a lot of projects done, but I do sleep. I love my sleep. I go to bed pretty early, in fact. And I love my coffee too. So, so yes, but this is a fun card and I just love it. So I heat embossed those images, and next I cut it out with a universal sentiments die from LV Handcrafted and available at the Not Too Shabby shop. And I'll put everything that I use down below for you. And I was going to do a card base. Oh, yeah, I do a card base brown. So I love that too. And I'm just gluing my image here, and I did pop it up with some foam tape, and I did use some foam squares for my mushrooms, and I'm going to struggle a little bit getting the backing off those, but I will get them on my card. And I will use some enamel dots from the Not Too Shabby shop, and I'm going to be using pumpkin spice just because those earth tones match perfectly to my card, and I love the sparkle from those enamel dots. So I can't tell you anymore how much I love my card, because I love how this card came out. And I love these products that I got to use from the Not Too Shabby shop. And I hope you enjoyed this video and this tutorial, and I hope you grab the new release. It's so much fun, and the sentiments are amazing. I always fall in love with sentiments, and this one has a lot. So I would grab it because you can use these for anything. Welcome little one, you can use it for a baby card. So great, perfectly paired. You can use it with coffee and something else, donuts. So here is a close-up. So thank you for joining me today, and have a wonderful day.